Shalom.
Now, as we know, we living in the age where Trump is now the president, and it's like that. People want to know why. We live in an age where the river Euphrates is almost dried up. People going crazy. We're living in an age where it's constant chaos. A lot of things happening. People getting shot. A lot of these Caucasian cops is shooting our people, and our people going crazy, and they're wondering why we getting so mad about it. Things like that. Living in a time where there's new diseases, people getting sick around the world, and people are wondering what's up, what's going on. Living on a time of constant chaos, and people's confused to see what's going on. And the thing is, we're literally at the last days. So that's why I'm titling this as Trouble in the Last Days. I mean, this is just add on what happened before, but this would be like Trouble in the Last Days, because we're going into like a new year. This is the 12th new month. So the next new month begins the new year. And something strange always, happen in going through the new month. All right? I'm going to go to Psalms 91. Yeah. Psalms, the 91st chapter. Because it tells you all throughout the Bible about the apocalypse, the end of the world. I mean, people think that this world is going to last forever. Nothing lasts forever. And the thing is, as we try to prepare our hearts and our minds, as we prepare our hearts and our minds for the coming of Yahweh Shai, we have to know how to prepare our spirits. So we're going to go to Psalms 91 and 1.
I got you. Psalms chapter 91 verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
All right, and as you know, that secret place of the Most High, that's the Bible. You have to dwell within the scriptures. That's that secret place that he's talking about, because that's the place where it says that like the Bible is like part of a tabernacle. When you come together, like two or more gathered together in the Most High's name, there he is. And hold this, and we're going to go to Psalms, the 2nd chapter, to prove that.
Where?
Psalms, the 2nd chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds to pull out my paper.
What you say?
I said, can you give me a moment to just pull out paper and pen?
Yes. Yeah, so it says the secret place of the Most High. The reason why he calls it a secret is because it says that the elect have gotten this knowledge and the rest was blinded. So we know that 2/3 of Israel is blinded, and of course the majority of the Gentiles, they don't know what's going on. Like when it says the fair virgins and the thing, a lot of people, they're gonna be crying out. Like there was one time where I believe it was like a year ago, where in Mecca there was a big crane that fell down and killed over 100 people, and it was in one of those mosques that was a super sacred mosque, one of those super holy mosques, and people went crazy. That's where it says that a lot of people started just leaving Islam because they wanted to know what happened. That wasn't supposed to happen.
What happened? Or what fell?
Okay, crane fell into this place that was supposed to be immortal. It was supposed to be this special mosque.
Immortal to the Muslims.
Yes, it's supposed to be like the safest place on earth. The place that they were supposed to hide once they see fire coming. A crane falls on it, killing 100 people in there praying. And the majority of them that died was the imams, the teachers. And people got so confused because this is supposed to be one of the safest places on earth, according to their belief. And they're trying to, how could a crane just fall on them like that? So after that, they're perplexed, confused. It's similar to like what happened a couple of years ago, where there was a bunch of Brahmites in India, and according to the Brahmites, they can't be harmed by any type of daggers or anything. And you had a bunch of thuggies. Thuggies are the worshippers of Kali. They came and just killed Brahmites and stabbed them up and drunk their blood. And the Brahmites was like confused because in their religion, they believe that they can't be harmed by anything sharp because they're able to control their ki levels. and they be proving it to you by laying on sticks of thin needles and things like that. They actually
So they
show
was killed by the who?
thuggies, the thugs. The thuggies are worshippers of Kali. They come out at night with baggy clothes, have daggers inside of them. They usually wear like
There's different gods that they have.
Kali is
Yes.
the thug god, right?
yeah, she's a god of death. Well, she is she's first so-called Uma, where she's this white goddess, but when she gets pissed off, she turns black, and she starts killing people. Yes, and her name is Kali. Yes, that's actually the true. That's the full story of her. She's it's actually a woman with two personalities. Shiva, who's a so-called guy, he married a woman named Uma. She's supposed to be white and pale and nice looking, but when she has a bad day or things like that, she turns black, and her tongue hangs out her mouth to
Well,
strangle.
the one that be like,
Yes, that's when she turns black.
looks
Yeah.
blue,
What's the scripture in Psalms?
very dark blue.
Yes, but she's called the Black Knight. She's the one that people get scared of.
With
Okay,
the multiple hands, like
yes, knowing that she smacks someone, they get smacked like 10 times. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, Psalms, the second chapter, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 and 1.
Psalms chapter 2 verse 1.
Mhm.
Why do the heathen rage
Mhm.
and the people imagine a vain thing?
So right here, this is David. He's asking like, why are the people getting upset and the people imagine it's this vanity, this something that doesn't even like make sense. What's this thing about? What are they thinking about? Keep going.
The kings of the earth set themselves.
And if you want to know which kings he's talking about, you can go to Psalms, right down at Psalms 83. It's talking about all the nations, especially Esau, the Caucasians. The Bible said that the Caucasians are your enemies. Christ himself said that out of his own mouth. I'm going to show y'all that. Lily, he said that the Romans are your enemies. He said that, and I'm going to show you that too.
And
Yes.
the rulers take counsel together
Yeah, the rulers of this earth, they taking counsel together. Keep going.
against the Lord
Mhm.
and against his anointed, saying,
So they're going together against the Lord, meaning the Most High, and against his anointed, saying,
let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
So in other words, break the bands, the understanding of the Bible, that secret place. That's why people were saying, like, how do you know that you have the true Hebrew? We know that we have a closer Hebrew than what the so-called Caucasian Jew is speaking, because why would the Most High, if you use common sense, why would he give them that language that he used to create heavens and earth, knowing that they're so evil, they're a Satan-worshiping nation?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, they say, well, Yeshua, and, well, the thing is, he has a much larger name than that. It's Yahweh Shah. Actually, it's Yahweh Shawai, if that's his full name. You can find that in Deuteronomy. He had the exact name as Joshua. That could be proven in Acts the 7th chapter. But the thing is, the modern Hebrew, and even if you look at the modern Hebrew, if it's called modern Hebrew, then there has to be something before that.
Right.
But people just don't think about that. If it's called modern, then modern means like the new means new.
Yiddish.
Yes, the Yiddish ain't Hebrew. That's actually a mixture of German, Polish using the Hebrew characters. Because to say like mother, woman in Hebrew is Amma. To say woman in Yiddish is Mehiter.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I thought it was Ima.
No, that's how you say it in modern Hebrew.
Oh, okay.
Ima.
But Yiddish
Yiddish.
is something
Yiddish.
totally
Yes,
different.
That's totally different. That's the one that the Polish so-called Jews speak.
Mm.
They speak Yiddish.
They say Mehita.
Mehita. And like father is Pahidar. Something like that. It's very close to like Germanic type language that they made. Yeah, but it is not even close to the original Hebrew. That's why they call it Yiddish. Yiddish is just another word of saying Jewish. Yid is what they say Yod, which is Jew. Ish is they just speak Yiddish. Yeah, but it's not the modern Hebrew. That's why many of the so-called Caucasian Jews would tell you. I talk to rabbis all the time and things like that. I mean, there's different type of them. There's the Ashkenazi, Sephardic, and the ones that wear black and white. They don't believe in the whole New Testament, just the first 5 books. If you try to
You mean the
bring
whole Old Testament?
Hmm?
You mean the whole Old Testament?
the whole Old Testament, that's what I mean. That's the first 5 books. Like if you bring that book of Isaiah, Psalms to them, they'll look at you as you crazy.
If you bring it to the which ones?
The
To
the Ashkenazi, the Hasidic ones, the one that
It's
wear black
black
and
and
white.
white.
Yeah, they only believe in the first 5 books. They have other books such as the Mishnah and the Talmud that they go after. But if you try to bring the book of Isaiah is like banned in most of their congregations.
Mm.
Yeah, you bring that to them.
That got the most prophecies about Christ in there.
Yeah.
If you bring what?
The book of Isaiah to many of the Hasidic Jews. That they're looking at you like, what, you crazy? Yeah.
The
Yeah, they're the ones that wear black and white with the long beards, things like that.
The side curls.
Yeah.
I visited a Hasidic school on Park Street
Mhm.
in Patterson, and cause I was like before I found Jessica,
Mhm.
I was like really like looking hard for
Yeah.
like a Jewish congregation, a black Jewish, and so I seen the school,
Mhm.
and I went up to the school,
Right.
and so I walked in. It was like wall to wall books, and they was all like there and they black, and it was young men.
Mhm.
And I seen, it said like Hebrew school on the outside, and I was like, oh, you got whole classes and da 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 stuff. And so I was asking them about what they study, and they said it was a finishing school for the young men, but it was just Talmudic study,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Talmudic.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm like.
Yeah, the word Talmud come from the Hebrew word thalamad. Lamad means to learn. It just means you shall learn.
Falamad?
Thalamad. It means you should learn this. Meaning it's supposed to be like their way of teaching you what the law really says. And some of the like for example, it will say something like in the law you shall not have I'll put it like this. There's just certain ways where they make little loopholes. Like it says, you shall give like food torn by beasts to the strangers, things like that. They will say in the Talmud, you can not only give food torn by beasts, but you can poison the food also and give it to strangers. And the reason why, because if a food is torn by beasts, the beast may have rabies and poison the food, things like that. That's what it says, something like that in the Talmud. They have little additions, so if they really want to take care of somebody, they have a way to justify it, things like that. Yeah.
What verse we left off at?
We're at verse
I think verse 4.
yeah, that 4.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
So right there, they just that shows you that the Most High has emotions and things like that. Yeah, he can get mad, he gets sad, like it says in like I believe Genesis, early parts of Genesis, when people was killing each other and things like that, the giants was in the earth. It said he felt bad. He wasn't angry. He like felt sad that this happened to his creation. It said in the Hebrew, it really pained him. Like he was like really sad because the thing is he had to destroy the earth. He really didn't want to, but he had no choice. That earth is the earth. Like if you know the Hebrew goes into like a lot of deeper things. Like in Jeremiah when it was talking about the sex clubs and things like that. Don't exactly say that in the regular Bible. Yeah, the English, because it gets too perverse. But it says like in like the Hebrew versions of the Genesis, like it really hurt his feelings about what was going on before the flood, that he actually had to destroy all creation just because of this madness. So, and it shows you like there's certain times when he gets angry. He was angry with Israel in the wilderness because number one, Satan wasn't amongst them and they was sinning. He was there above them as an ongoing miracle for 40 years, and they still was finding sins. And it's like he was just saying like people were saying, why are he killing them over and over and over? Because they were just so evil. That's the thing. And it came to the point where if you read in Exodus, he just got so fed up where he just said, just take the tabernacle, go right outside the congregation, because I just don't want to be amongst you no more. If y'all want to come to me, come and see me, because I may end up just killing everybody. That's how, man. And the reason why the Most High was about to do that, because it says that that he was about to start over, wipe out the righteous and the wicked and the righteous amongst our people, and just start with Moses. Start the nation with Moses. And people say, why would he do that? And he explains that Abraham, all you need for him not to wipe out a nation is just 10 righteous people. In all Israel, you can find 10 righteous people. You have Moses, Joshua, Caleb, and a couple of others, but it didn't reach 10. So by his divine law, he could have done that. But Moses interceded with them.
So Most High got feelings.
Yeah, so Most High, and he laughs too. There's times where certain things like happens, and he will say, oh, he'll laugh. Yeah, things like that. So he has regular feelings, just like people. He's not dormant like what the people of Islam would say, that they say God is just one person up there, no family and everything. It's wrong. He has pets. He has a congregation behind him. He has an assembly, things like that. He has all types of things going on there. So he's not alone. He's alone as an omnipotent. Just like Christ said, the Father is greater than I am. Yes.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
Uh-huh.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Yeah, vexed him in his sore displeasure. So I just wanted to talk about like how what the Most High he's going into about like the secret place of the Most High, how they're trying to divide the bands asunder, things like that. We're gonna go back to Psalms 91. Oh, and also I just want to quickly prove that that the Caucasians or the Romans, Christ actually called them your enemies. Let's go to Luke the 19th chapter. Because just so I can just have proof of that, because that's it. Like people say, that's just straight up racist. Well, that's what the Bible says. Yeah, Luke 19 and 40. 41 we'll start. Luke 19 and 41.
Luke chapter 19, verse 41.
Yes, now, this is Christ talking. Keep going.
And when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it,
Yeah, so
saying,
he has emotions also. Keep going.
If thou hadst known, even thou, at least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now they are hid from thine eyes.
So what's hid from Israel's eyes that Christ is talking about? Keep going.
For the day shall come upon thee, that thine enemies,
Thine what?
thine enemies
So who is his enemies? Let's keep going.
shall cast a trench about thee.
So he didn't say your friend's gonna cast a trench about you or these other people who are equal to you. He used the word enemy. Keep going.
And compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side,
So
and shall lay thee even with the ground.
all right. So who was he talking about?
The Romans.
The Romans, and the Romans are what? Caucasians. He said it right there. He called them your enemies, just straight up. He said that these people are your enemies. So, and he even says that they're going to cast you to the ground. They're going to destroy your temple, having you in diversions. Yeah, and if you see how Christ operate with the Romans, there's times where he didn't even answer them. Like for example, there was one time the centurion. If you ever hear about the centurion, people like saying, oh, he actually helped one Caucasian servant. Well, if you read the whole full story of it in Luke, actually we can go down to it. The centurion. Let me
Look
just
what?
wait 1 second. Yeah. Luke the 7th chapter, just so we can get more edification, because this goes deeper. Because people will go straight to the centurion and say, "Oh, look, he helped a Caucasian there."
What verse?
We'll go to 7th chapter and we'll start at verse 1.
Luke chapter 7, verse 1.
Right.
Now, when he had ended
Right.
all his sayings
Right.
at the audience of the people,
Right.
he entered unto Capernaum, and a certain centurion's servant who was dear unto him was sick and ready to die.
Yeah. So he was sick and he was ready to die. But let's see.
And when he heard of Jesus, he sent unto him the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant.
All right. So he beseeched him. So when he heard of Christ, he sent of him the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. All right. So what's going on? The elders of the Jews, they had to go straight to He already knew the order that he couldn't just send his he couldn't send a bunch of soldiers straight to him like that, because he already understood that Christ, he ain't dealing with them like that. So he sent the elders to talk to him. Keep going.
Verse 4. And when they came to Jesus, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he should do this.
So why would he just say he's worthy? Okay, so in other words, so
They taken up for him.
exactly, yes, exactly, because they already know that Christ's going. He said, "Oh, a centurion's man's about to die," and Christ said, "Just look at him." That's how it is. See, it's a little different. The Most High don't deal with us the same ways that he dealt with the Gentiles. We go having access to Christ. The Gentiles, they have to do something with us to gain that access, similar to what happened with Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't just say, Cornelius, your prayers was heard. It says your prayers and alms were heard. He gave much alms to the people. That's the thing that got him up there.
Mm.
Yeah. What was you going to say?
The servants, they're Hebrews. The
Huh?
servants that he sent were Hebrews.
It didn't say. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't,
Verse 5.
But we know it's the plea of the centurion. And the centurion was a Caucasian. Keep going.
Verse 5.
Mhm.
For he loveth our nation,
Mhm.
and he hath built us a synagogue.
All right.
So they are Jews then. Because it say he built us, meaning
No, these are the elders. He went to the elders of the Jews and then asked them to petition for him
Yeah.
to Jesus.
Yes, because he already understood if he would have went there with a bunch of Roman soldiers that he was just looking like Pontius Pilate was just
Right, like he couldn't just go to Jesus straight up.
So, this is what I'm trying to understand. So, the servants from the centurion went to the elders, right?
Of
Right.
the Jews.
Of the Jews and
Yeah.
said, he built us, meaning so.
No.
So-
No.
This is what happened.
What-
The centurions, they have power to just go anywhere they want. They could have just
Yeah.
went straight to Christ and asked him, but they already understood what he was about.
Yes.
So they went to the elders of the Jews and said, just go over there and make sure you tell them what I have done and things like
okay.
that.
So the centurions went. I thought that he said that he sent the servants.
No.
The centurions went to the elders
Right.
of the Hebrews.
Mhm.
So the Hebrews will go to Christ.
Right.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Exactly.
And then this is what the Hebrews are saying to Christ.
Right.
Gotcha.
All right. So, but I just want to give you an example about the centurion and also who were the Most High's enemies that he spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's go back to Psalms 91.
Psalms 91, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
I will say of the Lord,
Mhm.
He is my refuge and my fortress,
So it says a refuge and his fortress. Keep going.
my God.
Mhm.
In him will I trust.
Mhm.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler
Mhm.
and from the noisome pestilence.
All right. So it says snare of the fowler. Right. So the fowler, as you know, someone that's trying to catch birds. Right.
Oh, okay.
And it says noisome pestilences. So it already told you what's going to be happening. This is like a past, present, and future
Noisome
things.
pestilence.
Yes, pestilence are things that make you sick.
Right.
So things that like
What's
there's
noisome?
noisome meaning there are certain like ways like when they drop a bomb or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it sends out like something similar to Agent Orange or what they did in
Like chemical warfare.
yes, like they had something known as depleted uranium, where they would drop like a certain bomb and desecrate the whole area and
You
anybody.
talking about like Hiroshima, Nagasaki?
No, this is worse than that. This was in Desert Storm. Desert Storm, they
Are
dropped.
you talking about the one that make the noise and it's like "Rrrr," and the noise bust your ears?
No,
It
this is
pretty
worse
much-
than that. This is it's not mentioned about this. one.
Noisome.
Yes.
Explain what noisome is.
That's what he's
that,
explaining.
oh, that means like it makes like boom.
It's loud. It's loud.
Yeah, that's how.
So the noise destroys everything. The noise
No, that
itself.
yes,
No,
but
no.
but it says noisome. Then it says pestilences.
So what's noisome pestilence?
Now the word pestilence is disease, like sickness. Now this is known as a DU depleted uranium, and it happened like it was 70 of them, and people who it was 70 of these type of bombs that was dropped in like the Persian Gulf. That area is now desecrated. Anybody is so powerful that people don't in the military don't speak about it. It was like one of those experiments, warfare experiments that they know that they don't want to do that anymore. It's not dropped in Afghanistan because they need that land.
So it's a
Southern
bomb. So it's a bomb that is a pestilence itself.
And yes, it's a
Kind
bomb.
of like the Death Angel when it came to Egypt, like
Chemical
something like
warfare.
that. Yes, it's known as a bomb with a disease on it. So much
so
that
instantly died.
yes,
from-
you sniff that. It doesn't just kill you like that. You sniff it, and you catch this disease, and your blood turns black.
Mm.
And if you're a woman, you have children from it. Your child comes out deformed.
Mm.
It's called depleted uranium, and
I
it's
kinda heard about that.
yes, yeah. It was pictures that I showed Yashimaya, and he was like, whoa. Yeah, that's it. Not even spoken about in the military because they just don't want to do that again because that whole place is now desecrated. If you ever put out DU depleted uranium and you ever put out those Google images, you will see some horrific things.
Mm.
that you have not seen. Yeah, military men, they don't even speak about it because it's just so crazy. Yeah.
Verse 3.
Mhm.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
All right, from the noisome pestilence. So I'm gonna go to Isaiah 24.
Are we coming back to?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
We're coming
yes.
back to Psalms 91.
Yeah, give you an example of the pestilence, the power that the pestilence can do.
Psalms 24. I mean Isaiah 24 and what?
Isaiah 24 and 17.
Isaiah chapter 24 verse 17.
Mhm.
Fear
Mhm.
and the pit and the snare are upon thee,
Mhm.
O inhabitant of the earth.
So it says, "O inhabitants of the earth." So right here, it's saying that the earth, like, it's already gonna be going through a lot of trouble and a lot of hell at this time.
Mhm.
Just want to know, is the is the record button on it? Do you know if it's recording?
Yeah, it's
red
recording.
button is
Okay.
blinking.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah, it's
because I didn't see nothing. Yes. So it says the fear and the pit and the snare. So fear, so that the whole world gonna be snared. I mean, in fear, the pit, and it
Mhm.
says and snare are upon thee, O inhabitants of earth. So the reason why it says pit, right? Because when these type of bombs come down and they explode, they bam, they make this large pit around them. Yes, that's it. Yes, yes. Okay, you don't have to keep showing that.
Let me
That's-
see it. Oh,
Yes, that's known as a DU disease. That's what happens. Yes,
that
yes.
is horrible.
Yeah,
So his head because of the disease, or he was born like that?
that's how they was born. That's how once you catch that disease. Yes, once you catch that DU disease, you're now messed up, and it's so powerful that you can't have children now.
Mm.
That's how it is. Yes, your blood is like a whole disease through a
Oh,
bomb.
you said black blood.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I won't be showing no pictures on this video because I don't want to like gross anyone out now. But
Show 'em.
you can go to Google Images. That's the thing.
Verse
That's too
18.
much. Ooh.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear
Mhm.
shall fall into the pit.
All right.
And he
so
that-
in other words, it's like this. They're gonna hear bam bam. Then after that, they're gonna fall into a pit. Keep going.
And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit
Mhm.
shall be taken in the snare.
Yeah, there's something gonna electrify them or things like this. This is going into how this warfare is. It's this type of chemical warfare.
Yo, you know this is similar to the Wolverine movie with him and Sabretooth.
Mhm.
And then you remember when the bomb hit, he had went into like a well or something like that.
Mhm.
And it was like a Asian dude in the well with him.
Yeah.
And like because Wolverine was immune
Mhm.
to you have the animanium and the healing powers.
Yeah.
He was able to take the air of the nuclear, the
Destruction.
radiation and all of that. So it was like they stayed in the pit and the fire was like all around him and stuff. But Wolverine stayed on top of the dude to protect him from the fire and everything.
Right.
So then it was like if you try to climb out of the well,
Right.
like the radiation would kill you.
Mm.
So they had to wait like mad long to be
Right.
able to come out of the well.
Oh.
Oh, I know what you were talking about.
Mm.
When I was
Yeah, the radiation, that's another killer, too. So it's like, that's why they make movies off of that, like those zombie movies, because that can zombify you. Like, they made that whole video game called Fallout because of that. And that's also a killer. But what were you saying?
But they made us go into a gas chamber
Mhm.
when I was in the military
Mhm.
to experience what it was like to get gas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It was
Yes.
horrible. We couldn't breathe. We were coughing. Our eyes was burning.
Yeah.
They did it to us on purpose, and they
Right.
kept us in there for like.
Yeah, they do that for training purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna continue reading.
Mhm.
And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit
Mhm.
shall be taken in the snare.
Yeah, you're
For
going to
the-
be taken of the snare. Something else going to explode. A mine. Bam! Yeah, that's
For
how
the-
it is.
For the windows
Mhm.
from on high are open,
Yeah.
and the
window-
foundations of the earth to do shake.
So, when you drop these type of nuclear bombs and everything, the whole earth is shaking like bam, bam.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you put holes in the ozone layer.
Mhm.
The earth is utterly broken down.
Right.
The earth is clean, dissolved.
Yeah. So it's
The
saying.
earth is moved exceedingly.
So right here, he's talking about that these great wars that's going to be happening, and some of them happened already. Keep going.
The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard,
Mhm.
and shall be removed like the cottage.
So it's even telling you right here, the earth. It's like reeling, just like a drunkard. He moves to and fro like. That's exactly how the earth is going to be doing.
And shall be removed like a cottage,
Mhm.
and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it,
Mhm.
and it shall fall and not rise again.
Right.
Mm. What does that mean when it says and it shall fall and not rise again? Is it saying the earth shall fall?
And it says the transaction. Yes, that's what it's talking about. Once that place is like messed up, it's messed up forever. Yeah. But,
Like a lot of these places, they drop bombs. Like they're ghost towns because it's so toxic that you need suits, and even in the suits, you can't stay there for too long.
yeah. Let's go to Revelations, the 9th chapter.